quick intro is that I get to go in a car that's worth almost as much as the house. So that's about it. It's prettier than a house.
Mark's kindly taken us out in two of his toys today. Oh, you squeeze in there all right?
Oh, it's not a bad place to be once you're in.
Once you're in, yeah.
Oh, it's just...
You're right in there.
Right, well.
Is there adjustment? It's fixed seat, is it?
Fixed seat, yeah.
Okay.
Nice seat belts though, look at them.
Bright red. My colour as well.
Right, have fun guys. See you in a bit.
So is this is standard, isn't it? As far as
standard, I won't touch it. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So yeah, I get the reason for not touching it because it's an investment in
yes,
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have fun in it in the meantime. Let's face it, it's probably a better place to put money than in an ISA or something else at the moment. You know?
It is indeed. So yeah, you get to hear the roads, you get to hear every stone, you get to hear the brakes. It's completely different.
I'm into that. Yeah.
Obviously from the RS6, so
feedback, isn't it? It's the experience of driving it.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah, that gear change.
Yeah. But a GT3-RS, I mean, so for all
you really have to warm these tyres up to get it to hold. But once we get some grip in
it feels very balanced. Oh, it's firmer than the Audi in sport mode, isn't it? Which you'd expect, which you need for this type of car.
We can go into sport suspension. So now we apply that.
And that's firmly up.
ADDICTS Sport on the box. Hear that? It lifts up.
Yeah.
Exhaust flaps are open.
And you've still got a digital display there as well, so it's got enough technical stuff. Sat nav, yeah. And how old is the car?
It's a 2019.
Right, okay. This car isn't even halfway due to its first service yet. What's their first service date? 12,000 miles, 10,000 miles?
I just literally have done this.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was 2 years. I'm not sure what the mileage was, but you have to keep
for something like
went
this
straight
as
to
well.
Porsche. It's like I'm keeping the warranty, keeping the But the moment you put something on this vehicle that isn't Porsche approved,
you devalued it.
And warranty void.
And do you know what I love, which I can see, which I always love about driving my Porsche? You can see the front arches where they go down to the headlights. It's more pronounced in my one, but yeah, the big arse on it as well. And that's a classic shot, isn't it, for Porsche?
We're up at temp 84 degrees. So it's the sound.
Oh, the noise.
Now, you don't appreciate it from inside the car.
No, I bet.
That's the only thing. Right, but when you hear it at 8,000, 9,000 RPM.
It revs to 9.
Oh yeah. It launches at 6.
It hooks well. Not much tyre slip.
Hooks well.
Whoa! Jeez!
How good's that?
Oh my god! It's like music, isn't it?
It's the best song in the world.
Oh man, that noise! Oh,
The gear change is just
sublime. Oh, it sounds like it'll rev forever. Like it'll just all the time you wanted your foot down.
It takes that's the thing. It does. It seems to take. It's going and going. It's like when I first was out in this car and I had it in, not in manual mode.
Yeah.
It literally, it should drop down to that RPM.
Oh, that is so good. Oh man. Oh, what a car. If it doesn't strike you with the looks, the noise, how visceral is it? How you can feel and sense everything, and you will not get that with an electric car. You won't get that.
does have, obviously it's got carbons on it, but you really do have to use the pedal to get some heat into the brakes straight away.
Oh, jeez. That is... So weight-wise, what do we reckon? 1,300 kilos?
I don't know what these are.
No, I've never looked.
Turn it around here and give it a bit of a black.
Oh.
Well, let's get you in the driver's seat in a minute.
Oh,
Get
man.
a little...
Can't believe that. And it's comfy.
Yeah. I could drive this car all day.
Oh.
Literally, and I'd have some fun in this.
And it looks, I mean, even to stand back and look at, you could just sit and look at it, you know. I'm never, like I said to you earlier, I've never looked at Porsches really until I got one.
I first went out in a Turbo S with a friend of mine's, and I didn't drive the car, but I spent 3 or 4 days in it.
Yeah.
And that's when I realised that it was something else.
Well, yeah.
See, the tyres aren't warm yet, but you can feel it.
I can feel it moving, yeah.
Really quick.
Oh.
PDK box is just stunning.
It sounds like a race car. Oh. The thing is, my hands are sweating. Unless you're into cars, you cannot.
Unless you can hear everything, can't you?
You really can. Trying to explain to someone the sensation that you receive in something like this that's got so much about it. If that person isn't into a car, there's no words you can use for them to try and get them to understand it. There's not even anything you could compare it to. You couldn't say like, oh, do this exercise, or go on a date with that person, or go on a holiday. There's absolutely nothing for someone who's so receptive to the touch and feel and the noise and everything. That's just
well, now you're really going to get to just really experience it.
I'm going to drive it gently, and that's all I need to do. It's like getting in my one. Except there's no roll cage. Right. This is the first time I've been a bit shaky about driving any car, and I've driven some fast cars. Don't you feel like hunkered down in it? You feel part of it, don't you?
You do. It's a low seating position.
That gear change is unbelievable. And the steering wheel position is quite high and forward. I mean, I'd imagine it's adjustable, but it actually feels natural being there. You want to feel like it's with you, you know?
I just feel that it's...
The brakes, fuck!
Yeah.
Jesus. I wasn't even braking hard then either.
So foot hard to the floor.
Oh, I shifted manually there, yeah.
You took over the override. There you go, you're back in there.
Right, that's in manual now, is it?
Yeah. That's it, auto.
Is to die for. Oh, shit. There's few cars that have done that to me, I will say that much. Oh man, I'm actually sweating driving it as well. Few cars, I can count on one hand, Mark, the amount of times that I've felt like that about a car, honestly.
Rear-wheel drive, it puts that 520 horsepower.
Very stable, yeah. Very stable. To be honest, I wouldn't. Again, like I was saying, if it was any more powerful, it's the same reason, in a very removed sense. It's the same reason that people have like Clio 182s and Renault Cups to go around track.
Yeah.
Because you can really feel them, really push them hard.
Yeah.
And you put a 1,000 horsepower GTR on a track, it's not usable.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it? You know, and this feels like the peak. You wouldn't want it any more powerful than what it is.
No, definitely not.
Kind of spoil it, you know.
Yeah. So pull over on here. We'll wait for some traffic to get some clear traffic.
Oh, those brakes are stunning.
So I'll actually show you the launch control. So,
okay.
Foot on the left brake. Whatever you do, just keep it hard onto the left brake.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, traction's off.
Right. Don't release the left brake, but just whap your foot hard. That's your launch.
Did it rev up quick?
Yeah.
What? Straight to 6 grand? Jesus.
And you launch at that. I've done it, but I'm not about to break a 200 grand car, thanks.
It's a lot to launch at that.
Cool, you know, no.
But
and it's stressful for the car, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. I have done it, but right. Are you ready?
I don't know if we got nothing.
Full pelt, go. Hard to the floor.
First time I've revved it up that high, and after 6.5, 7, it sings, doesn't it? You get such a tone out of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you want to get into that.
It's like a tune. It's not a noise. It's actually a tune. Oh man! You can drive that.
Would you just look at that?
Special. That is special. Oh, hang on. Why? That's not Owen in that seat.
Has he behaved himself?
Impeccably.
He has.
I'm not joking, right?
He's done that twice today now.
Should we go his side?
Let's go his side.
I wasn't expecting Owen to be this side. I wasn't expecting that.
Now I'm going to ask the same question again in a minute.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Right. So.
Well, you'll see in the footage. The camera's still rolling at the moment. So, I've been in some really fast stuff. You know, when in that GTR, that was 1100 something horsepower. Yep. This isn't as fast as that. It's probably not as fast. It's nowhere near as fast as my MR2. But no, it's 500 horse. I mean, but it's not about that. You'll see in the response in my video. It is absolutely like. You know when you get the best dinner you've ever had, right? I'm trying to. There isn't anything to compare it to, and I just said in the video. I said, trying to explain how something feels and sounds, and the texture of things, and the environment. There's nothing that you can. For a car person, you cannot. There aren't words that exist to express that to someone who's not into cars. Yeah. I felt genuinely emotional in the passenger seat when he decked it the first time, and the noise and the gear change, and when the tacho comes right round and you just get this song coming out of the exhaust and from the engine, and it's like, it's certainly not about, you wouldn't want it to be any faster, and I know that's a weird expression for me, but it would ruin it if it was any faster. I mean, it's fast as fuck anyway, don't get me wrong, but everything about it is so like, it's predictable. When you stand back and look at it, if you bought it, right, and you just parked it in the corner, honestly,
are you going to stop?
Honestly, if you bought this very car and you parked it there, and you bought a garage to put it in, and you just went out every day to look at it, and then went back in the house and never drove it, it would still be worth the money. That is how good it is, and then you drive it, and it's just a different level.
Right.
The
so,
noise and dude, I'm not joking. You could count.
We're going to stop.
I could count on one hand the amount of times that I've felt like that about a car. And the GTR wasn't one of those times.
Yeah.
The GTR was a weapon, absolute weapon, the fastest car I've ever been in. But it didn't feel like this. It still felt Japanese.
Okay,
and it still
you finished yet?
No, I'm not, dude.
I'm going to sum this up. We'll come away from him.
But Lambo or Porsche?
Oh, well. I haven't driven Porsche at the moment. I haven't driven a Lambo yet.
He's just, there you go.
That for me is a win. It is a better car.
He's still
talking.
He's still talking. So there you go. I'm going to sum it up because he doesn't know how to sum it up. His mind is literally blown across the entire county. what a weapon, what an absolute opportunity. Thank you to Mark at Awesome as well. As ever, like, comment, subscribe, but also make sure, we'll put a link in Awesome below, make sure you follow that as well, because we couldn't be more happy with how they treated us today. It's been incredible. So thanks so much, hit the bell, see you next time.
Wake up, get up, stretch my legs, eat some breakfast, milk and eggs, brush my teeth up, wash my face, throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up.